In the previous video, we looked at how we can install and manage programs using the Aptitude package manager. Aptitude is only able to manage a certain number of packages, however. There are a whole host of packages which are outside of the scope of the Aptitude environment, one of them being Google Chrome. And in this video we're going to look at how we can actually install Google Chrome and other packages which are not installed via the Aptitude package manager. So to begin with, we're going to open Midori, and we're just going to search Google for download Chrome. And we'll click this link. Now this website's actually going to detect the fact that we're using a Linux distribution, which is a sub-distribution of Debian, i.e. the Raspbian distribution. And it's going to specify that this is the package that we're going to download. If we click download Chrome, we're going to get a list of options. And we're going to specify the 32-bit version. If you scroll down, however, you will see this note, which reads, installing Google Chrome will add the Google repository to your system, which will automatically keep Google Chrome up to date. If you do not want Google's repository, do sudo touch and then it gives a path before installing the package. And this is one of the primary reasons why Google Chrome is not in the apps repository by default. Google wants to automatically update the browser, whereas the more common practice within Linux is to allow the user to control exactly when the browser is updated. And so we're going to go ahead and actually create this file before installing it. So I'll just create this file using putty again, so it's simply a matter of doing sudo touch /etc/default/Google Chrome. And Chrome should be spelled correctly. So now that we have this default package, we can go ahead and install Google Chrome without worrying about it wanting to keep itself up to date all of the time. So we're just going to save this in our local file system, specifically in our Pi user space. So we can save this now. Because we've specifically downloaded this package, which we can now see as called Google Chrome Stable Current i386.deb, we can install this, but we're not going to use the apt-get command. Instead we're going to use the Debian package manager, which is accessed using sudo Dpkg, standing for obviously Debian package. We're going to do --i, which stands for install, and then we're going to specify the name of the file. Unfortunately, this version isn't available on Raspberry because the Raspberry doesn't use the 8.6 processor type. It uses the ARM processor type, and so we are going to get this error message, which is unfortunately going to prevent us from installing Google Chrome on our Raspberry Pi. But the point of this video is to demonstrate the commands rather than installing the actual software itself. If hypothetically we had installed a piece of software which we no longer wanted installed, using the Debian package manager, we would simply type the exact same command, but instead of I, we would use R. We're obviously getting an error because we haven't got this program installed at the moment, but if the program was installed, it would work correctly. If you were particularly keen to use Google Chrome on your Raspberry Pi, there is an alternative project which you can use, which is called Chromium, which is the open source version of software which sits behind Google Chrome. To install that, you can use sudo apt-get to install it, and the package itself is just called Chromium. Hitting enter will obviously go ahead and download this package and install it for us. and we can select yes to go ahead and install this. This entire process will take quite a while to install because there is quite a lot of files to download and install. If we close that window and come across to our terminal, we can just simply type Chromium into the terminal and hit enter. You'll see a whole bunch of text fly by, but eventually Chromium will eventually display. And as you can see, it does look extremely similar to Google Chrome, and that's because this is the underlying open source software which sits behind Google Chrome. In the next video we're going to look at another alternative way to install software, which is to use tarballs. So make sure you're subscribed so that you don't miss that.